So to me this might not seem like a lot of stuff that I've got, but to me it doesn't really matter over the quantity of things that I got for Christmas. It means more to me what the actual stuff is rather than the amount of stuff that I've got. And for us, realistically, it's been hard for this year, and it's always been hard for us to buy Christmas presents for each other because that's just the way it is. But at least this time around, everything that I've got is actually what I wanted and realistically what I needed, rather than a bunch of random stuff that I couldn't care for or even at all ever use. So I'm grateful for the fact that I've got stuff that I could just use and actually want to use and wear, rather than just basically throwing them away afterwards. Anytime I got anything for Christmas, it was just not the right kind of thing, and I just could not understand why someone would buy me female things when I'm not female at all. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm a trans male. I was born genetically female, but now I'm transitioning medically into becoming male, which I always was. To begin with, it seems like no one ever realised that or saw that apart from myself, and it's been blatantly obvious to everyone around me that I've been trans for ever since I was born, basically. So it's nothing new to myself or to other people around me. It's just that they couldn't seem to have the brain cells to work out that I didn't want to have or didn't need to have things that were advertised towards like females, basically. So like female clothes, socks, shoes, bags, makeup, things like that. And that is what I would get for Christmas and for birthdays. Thankfully this year, by the age of 24, I haven't got any of that kind of stuff, and it's finally started to kick in that is what I actually should have always had, rather than this other generic stuff that would have just got thrown away instantly afterwards and I would have never used or worn or anything like that. So what I have, it seems a bit stereotypical and obvious to get this as Christmas, for a Christmas present. I have these Elassie socks, and they are actually men's socks rather than female ones, and they're different colours. So this one's green, the next one is like dark blue, and then it's like a slightly lighter shade of blue, and then a different shade of green, and then we've got this turquoise blue, which is actually like my favourite kind of colour. And I'm so glad that these aren't women's socks with these colours, these are actually men's socks with these colours. It seems so basic really, which it is, and I just couldn't understand how or why something so basic was so easily missed for so long. Like, I ever want to have female socks or stuff that's pink or purple or anything like that. I have these now, and these are actually something that I'm going to wear and wear to death until they practically disintegrate, realistically. And then what I next have is something that I've always wanted, even though it was a bit unnecessary for me to have because I was never allowed to do the sports I wanted to do at school. So things like football, rugby, cricket, I was never allowed to do that at school because my school was like, well, girls don't do that. And I had to play the girls sports, which was field hockey, basketball, netball, and just awful things like that. To someone somewhere, they might actually be good sports and meaningful to them, but to me it just wasn't and still isn't. Hopefully next year, when things happen and get back to normal, I will be joining this rugby team that's in Maidenhead, and it's a LGBT community rugby type thing. I have yet to go there. I've only messaged them on Instagram, and it's £15 a month and that's it. And I do need more kit and equipment because obviously you need that to do this. I've never done this before, so realistically I have no real idea what to buy. I've never played rugby before, and it's a learning curve for me that realistically I should have done when I was in secondary school, so 11, 12 years old. I should have been doing this for the first time, but I'm doing it for the first time at 24. So what I have is, I'm not entirely sure if these are football boots or rugby boots because I can't tell the difference. I think the studs are slightly different. I don't know these things. I should have been doing this, like I said, at 12, not 24. I have these Umbro boots, and they've got plastic studs on the bottom, so they're not metal ones. And I really do like the colour on these. It's like blue that goes into yellow, and these are a size 8. Even though I'm a 7.5, but I'm sure with things like this, these boots, you need to get a size bigger, and these do fit me. They're about that much too big, but I didn't want to have boots that fit me properly because they might be too tight, and as you can see, these are quite narrow, so the extra space might do me good, but we'll have to properly test these out at some point. And then to go with them, I have these AstroTurf shoes, and they're like exactly the same colour, and they obviously match and go with each other. This is the first time I remember having anything that's actually Umbro, so I'm not too sure how they will last or work out, but realistically they're shoes. I've had shoes before, so I know how they work. And then what we have is these Jack Wills jeans here, and instead of them paying the full price, which was £60, they paid £12.50. The only other time that I've had Jack Wills jeans, I didn't pay full price. I paid like £15 for jeans that were actually my size, so 28 waist, and then I wore them once, put them in the washing machine on the right temperature and on the right spin and everything like that, but something happened and they just didn't fit anymore. So I got one use out of Jack Wills jeans, and these jeans are a 32, so even if I had to wear a belt with them, at least these jeans will actually fit. And I have yet to take them out the bag because I didn't want to ruin them or anything like that, and I think I've now got somewhere to put them, so I will just have a look at these jeans quickly, take them out the bag and then put them straight where I need to put them so they don't get ruined or anything like that. They do admittedly look a bit big, but I did ask for them to be a 32 rather than 30 or 28, and they didn't really have that many options on the website, so I will have to try these on at some point. And then going with the same sort of thing, I've got these jeans, so a darker colour, and the same thing, they're a 32, I think, and they're either black or navy, I can't quite tell. Yeah, I think they're navy, but I'll just have a look at these ones as well. I'm a bit confused about why these are rolled up and the other ones were just flat, but I don't know why they did that. Maybe space, I don't know. I think they're navy because they're not black, but they're very, very similar to the jeans that I had before. And then the final thing I got for clothing is this Jack Wills jumper. This is black. The original price was £40, but I think they paid £15 for it in the sales, so that is a good deal realistically, rather than paying full price. And these sales are such a good thing, otherwise I wouldn't have got this. And this is something that I actually wanted. Clothes that are men's clothes and that will actually fit me and that I will actually want to wear and will just enjoy wearing and will actually want to go outside and wear these things. If I got women's jeans, then it would just make me feel so horrible and horrific, like I didn't belong in them and didn't fit in them. And these jeans, men's jeans, will actually be what I want to wear. I don't think most people understand how inclusive it is to get your own clothes that you want to wear rather than stuff that you don't want to wear. And I'm just a bit struggling of how to explain it properly. It's like having a second skin, basically, and having second skin that doesn't belong to you. It's like makes you feel so horrible and disgusted with yourself. Realistically, that is what it is. But with these clothes it will be the complete opposite. I will actually want to wear it and all that kind of stuff. But this is the jumper. This is actually really nice. I believe this is actually my size, so it's small. It just looks so nice. I'm not someone who really wears jumpers that much, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. And I do really like Jack Wills. And so far that is what I've got. If I get anything else, I'm not sure if I'll put it in this video because it might already be edited and uploaded by then, but this is just what I got for Christmas 2024, and it's not the easiest thing to try and explain or try to get other people to understand how gender dysphoria works and how it is, and that just to get things that I actually want and need rather than stuff that I don't need or want. Then for a start, it's a waste of money paying for things that I don't need or want. These people that got me this, they've actually spent their money wisely and well for once and not got me tap and things that are considered female rather than actually getting me what I need, which is getting me things that are considered male, because that is who I am and what I am, and realistically this is what I need. I hope in some way, somewhere, someone can understand what I'm saying. If not, oh well, I will try to do it at some point again to properly explain it, but it's just not the easiest thing to try and explain to people. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one, whatever that video is, I don't know.